feel this seems to be your headsets.
I don't know what headsets.
Both just send me yours if you like 5. I don't care. Free headsets.
I'm attached to all of them.
Already the last time you used that one.
He has a different outfit for each headset.
Hey man, I got
Yeah,
a
cat
headset
ears.
for this desk here. I got a headset for my dinner desk where I work. I got a headset for my bed.
Or what?
Bro, why are you so quiet? Yeah,
Am I?
you're quiet. Well, at least for me, I don't know. Maybe
I
it's
mean,
just
I turned him
yourself.
all the way up, so he is quiet.
I have him turned all the way up. Yeah, you're still quiet.
Oh.
Speaking of headset things.
Hello? Any louder?
That's better. Did you eat your dongle?
No, my Discord thing just gets reset to like 50% or something.
Oh, that's annoying. That's much better. Okay. Do you guys need a recap? I'm assuming you remember what happened, mostly?
I remember I was trying to go to sleep, but we're apparently supposed to walk into the kitchen or something.
Well, technically, battle hasn't ended, so I mean you can go to sleep, but
You'll get
Can't
raped by
guarantee.
orcs.
well, they need you. You're the beacon of light.
You know, I can keep that on while I sleep. It's fine.
Doesn't that require concentration?
No, it doesn't.
Oh god.
I mean, technically, kind of could keep it on all the time. I wonder if that would make sleeping really hard, like if your eyeballs would glow when you try to shut them.
Maybe for them. I'm good.
I don't care. You wear like one of those masks to sleep. Okay, let's do this. So, you had just arrived at Falcon's Hunting Lodge pretty late into the evening, a little bit past dusk, to find that orcs were attacking, and you made a spectacular entrance and helped fight off at least the orcs that you saw inside of the courtyard of the little compound. And with that done, you guys make your way. Well, you had made your way into the lodge, but we're gonna start a little bit back in the yard. So you guys have just finished fighting. The bear fell. The goat is there. Falcon is in the process of making his way into the main building to see what's going on in there. You can still vaguely hear the sound of drums in the back, a little distance away. And I mean, with that, you guys decide what you want to do next.
Gale heads towards the top.
Into the kitchen we go.
Going really.
Or the dining hall, or whatever.
I mean, it's not really a kitchen, but yes.
Or are you just gonna leave Answer standing there,
Yes.
keeping guard?
Yes.
Actually, as you guys are doing this, as you guys are turning to walk into the dining hall, with this weirdly large goat kind of tailing behind, you actually hear a strange sound bubble up from your sorcerer friend. He starts coughing a little bit, and almost like this weird slow fade effect, his skin turns really bright shade of blue, and he just starts kind of floating up into the air. Very slowly.
no. What do we do?
No one's trying to stop.
And you just watch as he kind of floats up over the palisade. and
Nobody's gonna try to
disappears
stop him at all. Can
into the night.
I shoot him down?
Nah, we'll find him later. He shouldn't have played with all that chaos.
Goodbye forever.
Just losing people left and right. Alright, you guys want to make your way into the dining hall?
I have no control over my character.
What do you mean? That's not right. Did I accidentally remove your permission? Because that'd be kind of funny. No. Why do you always have these problems? No.
It's nice, just such terrible day. So I'd rather have these problems today.
Try
than
reloading.
Thursday.
Just reload.
You try turning it on and off again.
There you
Alright.
go. You just always reload. This is our fix. Oh, you guys walk into the main dining hall and you see the aftermath of a small battle that took place kind of scattered about the room. There's a couple orc corpses, and the two men that you had seen fighting earlier are kind of rummaging through the carnage, moving bodies off to the side, trying to, make room. Falcon is currently conversing quietly with Sildar, who looks like he has a bit of a wounded side. He's got some blood peeking through his armor, and he's kind of hunched over. But otherwise, everybody looks mostly okay. And as you walk in and kind of walk up to assess the situation, you actually hear in the background a loud sound.
Oh shit.
What was that?
Nice.
And the drums suddenly go quiet.
Fuck was that?
And with that, you see, after a few seconds of you guys wondering, the rest of the people in the room kind of look around, but particularly Sildar doesn't seem all that concerned, or like he even really notices. And after about 30 seconds to a minute, you see two more figures walk into the room. One of them is a tall-ish, cat-like humanoid figure that has a bow and is dressed in kind of furs that would seem fit for a cold environment. And she kind of turns to the other one, who seems to be a very small, gnomish man, literally just a little bit taller than 3 feet, with a bright blue head of hair and a and a beard, who is currently puffing very vigorously on a cigar, kind of looking about the room as his companion turns to him and says, you could have left at least one of them alive, you bone brain. And at that he turns in, with a voice that really doesn't seem like it fits such a humanoid with such a small stature, says, "Never. Fend off the orcs. That's what I was told to do. That's what I did." She says, "Yes, well, if we had captured one, it could have taken us to the rest of them, and they never attack again. Now we're stuck with scouting." And the little gnome just responds with a laugh and is like, "Ha! As if they'd poke their noses around here again after witnessing my fury." It's like way too overly intense for a gnome. Still puffing on his cigar. And as they enter and kind of squabbling, Sildar looks at them and just kind of gives them a very pointed look, and they go quiet almost in unison as Falcon and him turn to you and say, hello friends, thank you for your aid."
Take over, it's your people.
Go make friends, man.
I'm sorry.
Wait, he a cat girl? You a cat girl, Coke?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Totally.
Why does his accent sound different than yours?
I didn't hear that. Sorry.
Why does his accent sound different than yours?
Well, cat dwarves and
Different
dwarves
regions.
have very different. Yes, different hills they come out of.
Cat
Very
dwarf.
isolated communities.
Cat dwarves are very They're spread all across the continent.
And the smaller one, the dwarf, has an especially different accent because of their height.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
feel like we're rude to our people.
And then there are the gnome dwarves.
No, they're dwarves. I'm a regular dwarf. I'm a regular sized dwarf. They're dwarven dwarves.
So Falcon, there's any reason you would have been attacked?
I was watching you guys squabble about dwarves. Well, I suppose it would have something to do with my previous attack on them about a week ago. Probably not very happy, but
That's fair.
Why are we fighting the orcs again?
because they attacked.
If you say you just attacked them first, I'm confused. Who attacked who first now?
Well, when I was out in the woods one night doing a hunting mission, I came across a small band and took them out, and well, I might have hung them on the wall. He kind of points up at the ceiling above you guys. Not the ceiling, but the high wall. You could see the two orc heads.
So, you mutilated a
What are
group
the
of orcs. You expect that to be okay?
What are where are the drums from? Was that a larger group than what we fought?
The gnome actually pipes up this, and he's like, "Oh yeah, they were camped outside under the trees, and well, yeah, you can't hear them anymore, can you?"
So, on that note, what exactly does your fury look like?
He opens a small pouch at his side and takes out a couple of bombs that he holds in front of him and goes, "My babies, right here."
That's some fury.
I don't know how common bombs are actually in this world, but gnomes tend to carry them around. So I'm not sure which of your characters would recognize that, aside from, just small round objects that he's holding out.
Can I give them a try?
Probably not in here, and he kind of puts them away.
Maybe later then.
Maybe later. Before you have a chance to speak, Falcon actually, kind of with a grim demeanor, all of a sudden pats whoever's closest, you actually, Gale, on the shoulder as he kind of turns to walk away, and he says, "I'll leave you to it. I do thank you for your aid, but if you'll excuse me, I have a friend to bury." And he turns and kind of rushes out the side door back towards the stable where you had come from.
Gale follows.
We're going to know that he mutilated a group of orcs, and we all found this genocide, right?
What was that, Con?
We're just all going to ignore this genocide he started, and then surprise orcs attacked him.
Gale throws a rock at Khan as he leaves.
Do you just have a
Then,
bunch of rocks that you carry around?
Yes.
you know, are orcs really not orcs? Orcs really the enemy here?
Yes.
Yes.
Guys are orcish. Orcist.
I don't think that would be the word for it.
In this universe, it is. You guys are orcist.
The orcist.
Well, that would imply that everyone is orc.
Maybe you are.
Because everyone is a race, so you could be racist. Everyone is a sex, so you could be sexist. So if
It's a sax.
everyone is an orc, you can be orcist. So are we all orcs?
I don't know, man. Really deep questions here.
As you guys are having this very deep philosophical discussion about race and sex, Koga, you kind of watch as this very rude, large goat kind of just pushes past you into the building, just walks with like a clopping sound inside, seemingly completely unbothered by anything.
I'm in sheer awe
Of this lad.
of this lad goat.
Goat lad. And he clops right up to Sildar, actually, who seems very unperturbed and makes a little sound as you watch. The goat slowly morphs into what looks to be a old halfling man.
Oh,
Hi.
I still wish it was a goat. But anyway.
Big goat, tell me once.
We all have disappointed looks on our faces.
He's inside.
Yeah, they're inside.
Oh, I didn't notice that at all.
You're just standing with Falcon while he picks up his poor dead stable boy and carries him inside.
We got terrorists on the ass for loot.
Hey, Sildar, are these your friends?
Yes. Hello again. Actually, it's good to see you. These folks you see here are actually fellow members of the Lord's Alliance. I made a request to Lord Silverhand prior to my departure here from Phandalin, and they arrived shortly before you did. Can I ask, what happened in your travels? You seem like you've seen better days.
Ants.
Yeah.
Large
Someone
ants.
got turned into a breeding pod.
Interesting. Ants, you say? Ant eggs?
Yeah, those.
Ah, tricky bastards. Where'd you find them? Were they infesting the camp?
They were at the loggers camp, actually. We, oh shit. Kogo, I mean, not Kogo. Gil makes his way outside to find, Corbin.
So in mid sentence, you're just like, oh shit,
Yeah.
you just
Yes.
start outside. So
Correct.
Sildar's like, oh, okay.
Tybor, that one. He's
Yes.
back out there.
Corbin.
Tybor Corbin West.
Corbin.
Corbin.
Yeah, and we lost that door guy. He'd rolled into an anthill. Ankeg hill. He's gone.
Corbin, where are you?
Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't see his father with you either. I don't suppose you found him.
No.
No. But how about you look at the sword? Do you recognize?
He takes a quick look as you hold it out to him, and he says, I don't quite recognize the style, but it does seem like a finely crafted sword, I would say. Most likely of a noble house. Can't say which one. Sorry.
No worries. It's mine. Don't worry about it.
I see. Well, not sure what you would like to do. I suppose you would like to rest for the night, but we're going to clean up this mess here and help Falcon maybe do a bit of investigation into where this attack came from. It seems far too well organized to be just a simple band of orc thugs. What are your plans for the evening, if I may ask?
I mean, I was gonna go to sleep, but
I suppose our best options are to rest, find one of our friends who floated off into the distance, and then get our new compatriot Tybor back home.
Floated off, you say? Huh. I do know Tybor. I suppose he's all right. He didn't get hurt by the Ankegs.
no, we saved him. He has promised us a hefty reward.
I can't say if it's a good or a bad thing, but well, one less death is always good. Well, thanks again for your aid, friends. Sure we would have been a bit overrun without your help, but enjoy your rest. And he turns to help his comrades kind of clean up, limping over to these corpses with this weird little old man kind of falling behind, just muttering various things under his breath that you can't really understand. Con, are you still sitting out in the yard?
Just watching him just cry over this little boy.
Okay. Well, he's actually picked him up and gone inside this building here.
I'm gonna just leave him, give him a moment. So I'm gonna rejoin the other people.
All right, so you rejoin. Well, Gale has just left.
Well, no surprise to me.
So Gale, as you walk, you kind of rush over the bridge and head back down the path. I'm assuming you guys did leave your wagon and Tybor like half a mile out from the lodge, so it'd be a little bit of a walk.
Wait, didn't we leave Corbin right here-ish?
Oh yes, yeah,
Who?
right outside. Right outside. Yeah.
Corbin, where the fuck are you?
Is that his name?
as you wander about along this rough path under the trees, you hear a bit of a rustling sound, and then a voice perk up and go, "Oh, hello, up here!" And you look up to see he's climbed up a tree.
Huh. Impressive.
Did you get him?
We got him. There was a bear. And you should follow me before anything else comes along.
Oh, a bear? Is it dead?
It's very dead.
Oh, okay. Right. He kind of clambers his way down out of this tree. You hear like, oh, as he falls down a couple branches and then manages to get down and waddles over to you. Thankfully unharmed for the most part.
I head back to the dining room.
Alright, and then what do you guys want to do? You're just gonna head to bed?
Yeah.
I see
Our
Koga
long rest
in the
sounds
kitchen.
nice.
I saw that Gork earlier had some good stuff in his pockets.
Yeah, when you walk into the kitchen, you actually see that it's kind of smashed. The door between the kitchen and the dining hall where this like small pantry room is was actually barricaded with like a small bookcase. You had to push out of the way, and when you walk in, you find just like clutter all over the floor of the kitchen. There's sacks of grain and things just up overturned and scattered about. The hungry orc definitely had a good night.
Okay, she's no match for me, but it's a shame. What a shame.
Gale goes up to the gnome man and asks, "Can I see one of those?
Wanna what?
Your fury."
He kind of puffs on his cigar with one eye, like half squinted, and he stares at you. You seem like a trustworthy sort. And he takes out one bomb and actually hands it out to you.
Can I examine its construction?
Yeah, sure. Let's do a straight intelligence check.
Don't blow yourself up, man.
Well,
It's not bad. As far as you can tell, you clearly don't know much about bombs, but as far as you can tell, this is a pretty hastily, like, homemade contraption. It doesn't look that safe.
okay, well, Gale hands it back. Would you be willing to sell one of those?
Not sorry, friend. Don't part with my beauties. And he pats it a couple times and then puts it back in his pouch.
This is a bummer.
Ah, it is. Bummer for you.
And now...
As you walk in with Tybor behind you, we'll say that Sildar and him have a short conversation. Tybor is just like, "Oh, it's you again. I remember you from the road." And Sildar kind of just sighs a little bit and is like, yes, good to see you well, friend. Glad you made it out." Yes. Glad you were here to kill all these ugly brutes. He's like way overly excited as if he was helpful or something. And with that, you guys, I'm assuming you want to go to bed?
Before I go to bed, can I make sure I know everybody in this room? Because I see faces I don't.
Yep. I mean, you can ask for names if you'd like.
You in front of me, who are you?
That... okay.
I don't know who you're talking about.
The person in front of me? Is there someone in front of me?
Directly? So there's several people in front of you. Which person in front of
Directly
you?
in front of me.
Directly in front of
Corbin.
you. Okay. It's not Corbin. It's not Corbin. And the little short, like kind of plump looking man looks over at you and is like, "You know me. My name's Tybor Wester."
Wait, to you? Sorry, I'm mistaken. Who are you? Person down in front of me.
He's a goat.
You see this little old halfling man with like white frizzy hair and a wizard's robe is hunched over. Sildar currently tending to his wound, and as you walk up and try to address him, he kind of just goes, "Hey, what'd you say?"
Don't worry about it. I don't like seeing all bags. I never caught your name, little guy. What's your name?
Little guy.
He turns to you with like that half squinted one eye, takes a big puff on his cigar and holds out his hand. He has to hold it like up at you and he says, "Name's Bean."
Pleased to meet you, sir. I'm Khan. You know smoking's bad for your health, right?
I've never done anyone wrong.
Okay. I mean, on top of you. And you, your name is...
You just get on top of the cat girl.
Actually, Khan, do a history check for me. I want to know how smart you are. How learned.
Khajiit.
It is not a Khajiit.
On the what yet?
History.
History. High school history.
Okay. You know this is a particular race of people common in Faerun, the continent you're on. It is a tabaxi, which is cat people. And this particular one has retreated to a corner and is kind of with her arms crossed, just scanning the room and watching you guys curiously. And when you walk up, she says, "Why would I tell you my name?"
Wait, hold on. I remember earlier Bane had an accent too. What happened to his accent?
Bane?
He had an accent too, right?
So kind of has an accent. Be patient with me. I'm not good at it.
I want to make sure I wasn't going crazy.
I just suck.
Like he had an accent earlier. No, I said I just remember. Okay. Okay.
You're not wrong.
What did she just say to me?
She says, "Why would I tell you my name?"
We're like brothers in arms, brothers and sisters in arms, whatever. Persons in arms.
Too.
So, be generous to give names.
So you're asking for a gift.
Okay, listen here. We are companions. Okay, I do you a favor, you do me a favor.
Gil throw
You
the
think giving me
rocket
your
con.
name is a favor? I just take it like a man and look at Gil. He knows what look means. Anyway, so what would you want to exchange for your name?
You're a funny one. How about your name?
Con.
Okay, that is a fair exchange. My name is Flo.
Flo as in.
As in Great Ice Flow. But my friends call me Flo.
Ooh,
Do I know if that's a typical naming convention for Khajiit?
It's not Khajiit. History check. Oh,
Oh,
you don't
dear.
know. You don't need
I don't know shit.
You don't know shit.
Let me check everybody. Oh wait, I didn't get these two names. Twins.
Oi.
Who's which?
And from the other side of the room, you hear, "Oi."
Who's which? Who's who?
The one on your left raises his hand and says, "Elroy." And the other one to your right raises his hand, almost in unison, and says, "Seb."
You both said at the exact same time. I don't know who's who.
I like your style.
Hey. He points his finger at you across the room. And they do it again. They both say, like, "Elroy, Seb," almost at the same time.
Okay, is there any identification marker I can place on either one of you to tell you apart?
Well, you see, on my left arm, I have a tattoo, and he kind of rolls up his
Wait, who's talking? I don't know who's talking to me.
the one on your right. He rolls up his well, you can see it. It's not It's not hidden by his armor. You just see a small tattoo of like a small, it looks like a weird cross between a butterfly and a fairy. And the other one says, and I've got one on my left arm. And you look and you see what seems to be the cross between a fairy and a butterfly.
Okay, what kind of fairy are these? Like, like spring fairies, summer fairies, winter fairies? What you got? What you got?
I mean, how well do you know fairies?
I know probably jack all, but answer my question. I can fake it.
Wow. Wow. Now I won't answer your question.
Well, you two are just. I'm gonna call you thing one, thing two. Is fair?
I've had worse. They both say it at the same time.
Cool. Wait. Nah, I'm cool. I don't care about go guy. So since I was outside with no one's scared about Falcon. By the way, he's just more than the lost of his stable boy. There's nobody want to check on it.
Yo throws a rocket con.
I didn't do it again, but it's still gonna let him get brain damage, and I suggest he does not do that anymore.
I mean,
Gil goes to check on Falcon.
okay. You walk
doesn't.
out into the yard. And across the yard where the poor, like, destroyed animal pens, or there's actually farm animals kind of just wandering around. Some are lying just straight up dead, like the far side of the yard, and kind of a bit of a chaos right now. But you walk across the yard towards the small storage room up to the right-hand side of the stable. And inside you find Falcon, who is currently just leaning with both hands flat on a table. He seems to have just carelessly pushed a bunch of random tools and things off onto the floor, and he has the body of Pell laid out with a canvas laid over him. He's very quiet.
Hey, friend.
Hi.
Sorry for your loss.
Hi. Well, these things do happen. I just wish it wasn't him. He was just a young boy. He only came to me 2 years ago.
What was his name?
Pell. He was a mute. Took him in when no one else would.
That sounds about right.
These things go that way. I didn't see. Forgive me for my brusqueness. I didn't see Dor or Darius with you. What happened on your journey? Everything all right?
Not exactly. We actually came back to ask you for some help on an ant problem, as it were.
An ant problem. So you mean ant kegs?
Correct.
Yeah. Well, it's been quite a few years since they've made a fuss around these parts. I'm surprised you ran into them along the river.
Yeah, they apparently attacked the lumber camp.
Almost poetic justice. Is Tybor alive?
Yep. Corbin came back with us. He's in the dining room right now.
Corbin? Corbin, you say?
Don't worry about it. He's here.
Right. I suppose all of his workers are dead.
Correct. And on that note, I believe Dor may have been... Well, what do Ankeg typically do when they take someone?
Take someone? Was he kidnapped by these creatures?
He fell off a rock, and he may have been kidnapped in the middle of the night. I will have you know I can't see shit in the dark.
You're not the only one, friend. Well, I myself don't know much about them. I know there was a pancake problem about a decade or so ago under... Actually, almost in the same area under the ruins of Thunder Tree. It was a bit of a colony moved in, it was a bit of a problem, but Daggalt didn't take kindly to their presence and had them wiped out. But as far as I know, they tend to simply attack whatever they can find that moves and carry it back to their colony to feed the brood mother.
That doesn't bode well.
No, it doesn't. Not for Door. There is some hope, though. Sometimes victims are known to be kept alive and made their way out, but it depends on how hungry the brood mother is, I suppose. Are you planning on going to find him? Because I would very much like to help.
Well, I feel bad if we don't. Especially since I was keeping watch, technically. So,
I don't want that on your conscience.
yeah, should probably go find him. Do you have any idea where a brood mother might be in this area?
Well, I can only guess that we would have to pinpoint where the hive is. I would say perhaps that it's very likely that if it's not the same colony, a new one moved into the tunnels beneath Thunder Tree that were already present. Or perhaps were driven in from deeper in the forest. Your guess is as good as mine, but it's a place to start, I would say.
That makes sense. You think Sildar and his merry band will be willing to help?
Well, they arrived just yesterday, actually, and they had plans of their own to scout the area and clear out all these strange disturbances that have been happening. The orc attacks, the goblin attacks. I mean, there's so many. I'm sure they would be willing to help in any way with any problems that might arise. So
That sounds like them. Well, I'll let you finish up here, and I'll go see if they're willing to help.
thank you. I really appreciate your help again, friend.
Sure. Peace.
And you turn back to the yard and towards the main building, where not much has happened. I'll say that both the two twin figures have managed to clear out the dining hall of most of the bodies that were present, carrying them onto the yard. So it's mostly clean. Sildar's wound has been tended to, and I'm sure you made small talk amongst yourselves while this was happening.
I don't know, a copy of Neka's husband napping at the table.
Your head's just down on the table.
Is anyone interested in hunting some ants?
What?
Shut up, Khan.
Sildar turns to you and says, "Ants, you say? Well, I'm sure we could muster up some manpower for the ant kegs. We need to take care of these orcs, of course, and... Well, my initial reason for coming here, as you know, was to find Gundren and locate the headquarters of the Kragmaw tribe, which is where I believe he's being held. So there's no shortage of things to do. I would certainly be willing to help with the ant kegs as well."
Well, how about this? I have more urgent worry of someone who has been taken by an ant colony than semi-civilized orcs. So, how about we do this first, and then we'll come with you to the Kragmaw hideout.
Perhaps the ants and the orcs are in cahoots.
How do you plan on finding the ants?
Well,
If they're miles
Falcon
from
said
Thunder.
something about Thunder Tree, so, I mean... I imagine if we walk nearby them, they'll attack us. So...
You said somebody was taken.
Yeah, new guy. He had a horse. And I think he fell off a rock. Again, I didn't see this, but I think he was taken by an ant. So, he may be dead, but since I was supposed to be keeping watch, I feel bad, so, you know.
Oh, I didn't realize it was such a dire situation. Right. He turns to the two twins who are just walking back in from dragging out the last corpses and says, Seb, Elroy, would you perhaps be in the mood to kill a few ankegs? Perhaps tomorrow? And both of them, almost at the same time, are like, "Really,
I like your style.
I like your style."
Are you two done flirting?
And Sildar will actually turn, kind of addressing the whole group of you, as you finish kind of coming up with a plan, and he says, or well, not coming up with a plan, but saying that he'll help you with the anchors, and he says, and well, I of course you saved me from the Cragmaws, and I still appreciate that immensely, and I do realize that you seem to like to keep to yourselves, but I do think there is, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think there is a valuable opportunity here for both of us. At least I hope. We're a capable lot, but unfortunately I'm not sure we're enough to combat a well-organized orc band such as this. And, of course, the many other dangers in this wood. The Alliance would be more than happy to compensate you for your efforts if you were willing to join us in the short term for any aid that we might require. Manpower at this point is the name of the game, I believe.
Gil raises an eyebrow at Nekis at the mention of money.
Yeah, he's still asleep. Nekis, come Nekis.
What do you want?
Money's on the table.
Alright, I think we're in.
He didn't even hear the proposition.
Well, there's money involved. Knowing him, that's enough.
You must first donate all your gold first as a down payment.
I think we're in.
What'd you say, Colin?
I also lay claim to any swords that we may have.
He says with 3 swords on his back.
Just
I'm not sold that orcs are the enemy here.
why would you say that? I heard you say that earlier, and I'm quite curious.
Didn't Falcon say he started it first and mutilated some orcs and then strung them up?
You must not have seen the devastation that orc warbands leave behind, have you?
No. Yeah. What did they do?
Let's just say, much worse than mounting a few heads on a wall.
And there's no room for negotiation.
No, they have very little interest in interacting with the civilized races outside of murdering and pillaging.
Gil throws
So
a
I'm sold
rocket
then.
con.
Or genocide it is. I'm in. What about
Yes.
Kogan? Kogan?
Yeah, sure.
Hmm?
Whatever. Whatever gets us paid. I can use some better equipment.
Oh,
Whatever
okay, ask
gets
Falcon
this-
for a favor.
The screaming out of my ears.
Yeah, he's still.
That's not your problem.
Falcon.
I would like a clear.
Talking about in here.
Damn it, Falcon, where you at?
He's
Oh, can I ask? No, can I ask Flo for a favor?
Sure.
Flo, we also got a little small problem. See, one of our friends, aspiring mage, not nowhere as great as me, no, but he was doing some wild magic. And I think he kind of blew up like a balloon and kind of floated up somewhere. I was wondering if you can like you can tie him down somehow. Can you just like shoot him so we can just like ground him so make sure he doesn't float away? Like a balloon, basically.
I have so many questions. First, what is a balloon?
Who?
You mentioned a balloon. What is a balloon?
A balloon?
A balloon. Is that
You
what
know
you
what a
call
balloon
it?
is.
No,
Yeah.
What?
Imagine a swamp toad. It's
A
just
swamp
huffing, and all of a sudden it starts floating for no reason. It's magical, really. And then I can't pin to work. No, it'd be easy
Well,
to show
he
you.
turned
No, he's like
blue.
right outside.
And I think he's floating away. And
I prefer he
Not
does
a
not
lot
follow
we
me.
can do about it, but you seem like a good shot. So if you could,
Just don't
You
aim for any
want
vital organs.
me to shoot your friend who is floating like a balloon.
They will
Yes.
compensate you for your efforts.
yeah,
No,
we'll
no.
give you a
The
gift.
compensation is the joy and thrill of put your skills to the test.
I don't need compensation, but I am very curious. And she kind of just turns and walks out.
They would love to
expecting
pay
to
you.
follow.
If you bring him down, you can take all his gold.
She's kind of just laughing under her breath as you guys follow her. Where is this friend? She says she's on the bridge now, kind of peering out into the darkness.
That's a good question.
Con, do a perception check for me.
Who's doing what?
Con
Uh,
or Koga. Koga, you can roll one too, since you're helping.
he has the best eyesight.
He's gone. See you later.
You
Did anybody see
currently don't see Answerin anywhere.
Damn, I want his gold.
Tree line is too thick.
Where is this friend?
I'm pretty sure he's got taken by the wind, so he'll show up maybe when the road through again.
Okay, I'm so very intrigued, but I follow your lead.
Well, it's worth a try.
She turns and closes the gate behind her as you walk in. Alright. As you guys funnel back into the dining hall, and everybody's kind of settling down, Copy of Nekis is still just down on the table sleeping. I do want to know, do you sleep with your eyes open?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
He maintains eye contact
Yes,
with someone at all times.
He's currently in a staring match with the weird, crotchety old halfling man who's kind of just squinting at him, trying to figure out if he's sleeping. As you walk in, you have the tiny little gnome man in the corner, kind of leaning up against the wall, like trying very hard to be a badass. And as you guys funnel in, he kind of pipes up. He's like, "Well, what's your guy's name anyway?"
Who?
Name?
Whose name?
Gale.
Oh, no, your party, you know. Every real adventuring group has a fancy name for themselves, otherwise nobody knows shit about you.
Gale looks around at our group and then peeks outside into the sky and says, "I really don't think we're a real adventuring party."
No. Koganisan and the Deadbeats.
I
I
will
think-
smite you if we go.
How about just the deadbeats?
Can that
What's
just be
wrong with
Con
Cassandra?
plus Cassandra and the Deadbeats? I want to be a headliner of this party.
You're telling me you guys didn't have a name picked out?
No,
What kind
we're
of
pretty
group do you think
shit.
This is? We're not saying Kumbaya, sir.
We made it this far. I think we've earned one.
I mean, we basically know each other for what? 5 days, maybe 6.
Yeah, you guys know each other for at least 5 days.
I mean, people make names out in less than a week.
If you want to get paid and be known, yeah?
But we're getting paid now.
I ask you, why are you guys traveling together?
Well,
Coincidence.
Really, just coincidence.
I mean,
I think
saw
it's
postings.
mostly greed for most of them, to be honest. We keep finding jobs, so
Well, there you go. There's no better reason to be a group of adventurers that do jobs together.
So, for example, are you part of a group?
Yeah, this
What's
one
your
right
group's
here.
name?
Oh, we don't have a name.
What's what? How are you gonna let you know my group name?
He kind of looks down and puffs thoughtfully on a cigar. Why don't we have a name? Flo. And she looks, so she's like, "What? I already told you we work under the Lord's Alliance. We don't need a name. But it would be so cool."
Well, how many groups are there under the Lord's Alliance?
Oh, there's a whole bunch, we work under Sildar, who he's his own knight kind of thing going on, and there's a whole bunch of groups. I don't really know them myself.
They don't have names.
No, they don't have names.
Do they get paid?
Yeah, they get paid.
So, can you name one notable group?
One what?
Notable group that you know of?
A notable group
adventurers.
of adventurers.
Yeah.
The Owl Six.
Who?
The Owl Six.
I never heard of them.
What? What rock have you been living under?
Civilized Rock?
I doubt it if you never heard of them. The Owl Six.
Tell us
Why
about
do
this
they call
L6.
the Owl Six?
Okay, you guys are talking over each other quite a lot there.
Always listen to my voice and not his.
Ignore him at all times.
I'm starting to get that impression.
What?
Yeah. Why are they called the L6?
What? What'd you say?
Why are they called the L6?
Oh, because they've got a pet owl bear that they carry around with them. It's so cool.
Are they 6?
Yeah, there's 6 of them,
No, 8.
Including the owl?
including the owl bear. Yeah.
Oh, so they're
Okay.
not age 6. They're 6 people. People 6.
There's 6 people that have, no, 5 people that have an owl bear.
So is the owl part of the group?
Yeah,
So the owl's part of the 6.
yeah. Was I not clear?
No, is the owl, can owl talk? What's the owl do?
Oh, no.
Have you
I've heard
seen
the
this owl?
owl's name. I haven't seen them. They're way
How
too
you know about
famous for me. Because they're famous.
I mean, do they even exist? in
Gale
the
throws a rocket con.
Anyway, enough of this. Do you guys have a name or not?
I think we should wait to the full parties here to set up a name.
Yeah, we're kind. Gale looks outside in the sky again. We're down 1.5 members. So
Who's the half?
Who's the half? It kind of echoes you.
I mean, we met him a day ago. So he's the guy that we need to save from the ants.
Too confused with
Right.
that part.
Well, now you have the perfect excuse to think of a name.
Yeah, I don't know some of the names, but we'll consider it. How about that? We'll consider.
You should. You should.
How about this? Y'all come up with a name and we'll give you a name.
Wait, are we
I
trading
like-
names?
Yep.
In the back, you kind of just hear ugh, and the Flo rolls her eyes. Well, gotta think of a good name now, and he puffs on his cigar and it's like, kind of scratches his beard and is just thinking really thoughtfully.
Gale looks pointedly at Flo and says the name for a name.
Huh?
Good one.
And you got me on that one.
Okay. So, what's the plan tomorrow before we go to sleep?
Well, we should probably figure out where the ant hideout is.
So ants first, then okay. Ants
Correct.
first, then orcs.
I fear someone is more likely to be eaten by ants.
I thought he was getting bred by the queen.
I don't think that's any more enjoyable.
I mean, have you tried it?
Also, the way that ants breed is by
So I don't know you're an
normal
expert on
breeding.
ants.
Well, I know about ants.
How do ants breed, sir?
They feed their queen and they have sex.
So what's stopping Dora from having sex with the queen?
Not the things that they feed their queen. Alright, Gale just leaves to find a room to sleep in.
You leave to go where?
Find a room to sleep in.
Oh, thought you meant. Well, it's the time of the day, guys. So I call it the largest bed.
Do you have a
Oh,
steel
I go
mirror?
upstairs. I will not go upstairs.
What the fuck?
As you guys are all talking, you just see the old man like sneeze and turn into a cat randomly, and he just go meow and start just running out.
Wait, hold. Do I see this?
I just did it. You missed it.
What?
You missed it.
If I hear him sneeze?
You just heard him sneeze.
Oh, I heard a cat though, right?
Yeah, you heard a sneeze, and then you saw a cat run away.
Where's the kitty? He's gone. Damn. Find him
He's
tomorrow.
gone. He ran away. And at the almost at the same time, you hear like a whoa. As Falcon kind of almost trips over the cat and walks back in to the dining hall. Kind of brushes himself off and says, "Well, I suppose that a lot of you are gonna need a room for the night. Unfortunately, the guest room is taken by our fine fellows from the Lord's Alliance, but we can set you up in the guest house out back if you'd follow me." If you follow me, there you go. And he leads you guys to one of the second largest building on the other end of the compound, in
Can't
which
get in.
you just might have to drag yourself. It's kind of at an odd angle, sir.
Tight ass doing.
It's definitely not as luxurious, if you could call it that,
What are
as
we,
the other
peasants?
room. It's just got like 8 cots lined up along the wall, but it's better than sleeping on the ground.
Can I join some cots together?
You do what you want with the space. I owe you one, so have a good night's rest. And he just turns and heads out. And copy of Neckus is
He's still on the table.
Where I shall remain.
till the morning.
Did take a long rest.
Yeah.
Yep. So you guys settle down for the night, and you can take a long rest. And I say at that point, it's pretty late. It was probably almost midnight. So you're gonna wake up bright and early, about around 8 a.m. as you hear what's left of the farm animals milling about below or outside, I should say. Some sounds of movement around the compound as the other arrivals are doing their business, going about their business. What do you guys want to do?
Damn door.
Gale goes to the dining room and sees if anyone else is awake.
One and a half copy makers. Neckus, you awake?
What do you want?
You cool? I mean, you sleep out here the whole night?
Yeah, man, this table's pretty comfortable.
You want to worry about somebody?
Sorry.
I'll have to share a room. It's great.
Okay, cool. I'm done.
Falcon is already awake and is actually sitting at the table. He didn't disturb you or anything. Neckus, while you were sleeping. He kind of chuckles as you wake up and is like, "Did you sleep well there, friend?"
Of course. I was watching you the whole time.
Huh. Did you know you sleep with your eyes open?
Like I said, I was watching you the whole time.
I see. And the rest of you walk
is there
in.
food?
Yeah. We got Corwin in the back making up breakfast with what little is left. Probably have to order in supplies from Neverwinter again. And he will indeed, the kind of little older fella is gonna scurry back and forth between the rooms, kind of providing you guys a sparse breakfast with what's left, and you see the rest of the members kind of waking up and filtering in to eat at the big table.
Where's thing 2?
Oh, he sleeps in a bit sometimes.
So, who are you?
I'm Seb.
See, now I can tell you apart. Okay, thanks.
Happy to help. Then we got a full table, almost. And you guys quietly eat your breakfast?
Quietly.
I don't know. It seems so.
So, does anyone have any idea where to find the thunder tree?
Yes, Sildar pipes up. Thunder Tree is a little bit, a couple miles east of Neverwinter. It's the ruins of a city destroyed in the eruption of Mount Hope now.
You know how long it'd take to get there?
I'd say, well, it is a little ways past where you traveled to get to the camp, so maybe 2 days travel.
Oh. Yeah, looks like Falcon. That may or may not be where the ant colony is, right?
Yep. Most likely. Well, it's a place to start at least. Can't say for certain.
Yeah. Is everyone here willing to come and help out? Where's Fury?
Oh, you mean Bean. He's probably tinkering around in the forge. He likes to do that.
Just making some more Fury, I suppose.
Exactly.
So, when we go head out? You know we left Archimedes and Vincent. No, I have them out on the road.
Would they be on the way?
Where you left them, yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll pick them up on the way.
Alright.
Yeah, shame your daughter's horse turned to horse meat, man.
Well, he would have turned to horse meat if we brought him here, so.
You got that right. Actually, would you have happened to see my horse by any chance on your way in?
Oh. Yeah, actually. He is with Dora's horse and Vincent.
Oh, so you did find him.
Yep, he was not a happy camper, but we calmed him down and gathered him up.
He actually got smashed by a shell, I think so. Literally,
No, he didn't. He didn't actually run into the horse or the shield. He stopped.
Victorious
I
is
remember
he wouldn't run over anyone.
a good boy. Why did he run off in the first place?
Well, it was Pel's
Because he would have.
dying sacrifice. The boy let him out of the stable right before the orcs got to him.
He would have become horse meat, as you say. So.
Most likely. You saw what he did to my cows.
Did you? The cows.
The ones out in the yard that were torn to pieces by a bear.
Not about the orcs, though, right?
Oh, they got the chickens.
Damn shame.
Some of them.
Curse those orcs.
Penny's still out there, thankfully.
Penny.
That's my rooster.
Is it a guy?
Yes, it's a rooster.
Who's named Penny?
Yes.
Are you confused by roosters?
Do you know what a rooster is? Are you aware that there are male and female chickens?
Excuse what named Penny?
You have a problem with my names?
How do you spell penny?
Peni.
I don't get it, but I'm gonna accept this. I'm just gonna drop it. Though I am curious about your cock. So,
Excuse me, friend.
I think we're done eating, right? Everybody done eating?
I believe so.
Is someone staying here?
Who's coming along? Elroy, Seb, are you? This is Sildar, by the way. Are you're going with? Flo, what are your plans? Would you like to go on this journey? And she kind of sits back a little bit. Thanks. I don't much like bugs.
They're insects.
So bugs.
Fine.
I think I'll sit out on this one. I'm not sure about Bean, but I'm sure he won't want to go either. He's quite busy.
Do you need somebody to stay and look out for the place?
What was that?
Do you need someone to stay and look out for orcs? More orcs?
Yes. I will actually be here leading the operation and keeping a lookout while Falcon leads you to Thunder Tree. So, I think the three of us will be more than capable to hold the fort. For now,
3?
I don't... Yes.
Who?
You Elmo and
being
Bean.
Fury.
Who talking? Oh, damn it.
Well, I suppose the four of us if you count Reed off, but he tends to do what he likes.
Wait, who's talking? I'm sorry. Who's talking right now?
That's Sildar.
He's staying.
Yes.
Think 1 thing 2 are going.
I...
And Tribor.
Tybor is...
Tybor.
He's not actually down there. He's still, presumably, upstairs somewhere sleeping.
I would assume he wouldn't stay here, so.
Most likely he's...
He has killed a squirrel before.
He's just here too, but okay, well, y'all can, whenever you're ready to, set sail. Let's go.
Alright?
Oh, wait,
Well-
Sildor, you said you're your horse, right? Or is that Falcon's horse? I can't tell who's talking.
Oh, that's my horse. Sorry, friend. Batorius. The one you found, right?
Okay. I'm struggling with this right now, but who's talking?
It's Falcon.
Falcon and Sildor, how can I tell you apart?
Well, we look quite different.
But the voices sound the same, and I don't fight looking at you guys every time you talk.
Con, can you stop?
I'm really having a hard time knowing who's which if I'm actually asking.
Well, we have one person playing 7 people. If the voices are hard to distinguish,
But I really want to know whose horse it is.
I don't give a shit.
So we don't care whose horse it is.
It's Falcon's horse.
Now I know, but I did not know that before.
I'm gonna go get the horses.
Then the problem is not the voices, it's whose horse it is.
Yes, I want to know whose horse it is, because Silver's obviously not going, so I want to know how he's going to get his horse back. But no, it's Falcon's horse, if I'm confused. Damn it. Fuck it, just get the horses.
Koga, you've left for the horses?
I'm going back to get our shit.
Alright, you're taking a nice walk. And the rest of you are gonna head out too?
Sure.
Gale turns to Flo and says, "Tell Fury I'm expecting a good name."
I'll tell him, thank you. Alright, so you guys head out down the bridge, back up the trail where you left the horses, about half a mile out.
Just a Koga in a corner.
I was off map.
He's off map. And as you're walking out, you actually see sorry I didn't play it out, but you actually see a cat trailing behind you. Very curious as to what you're doing, kind of just following along as the four of you make your way down the path. It takes you a little while to get to where you remember seeing the horses. And I'll say, Gale, do a perception check for me.
Oh.
Wow.
I see time.
You see the weave of magic.
Yes.
It takes you a little bit to realize it, but you have come up to the place where you left the wagon and the two horses off to the side of the road, and they are not there.
God damn it. Well, I guess we should have learned this lesson before.
Off to the side, while you're searching this spot for, you see the stakes that have been pulled out of the ground and just a piece of hanging rope that's been lopped off, hanging from the base of a small tree where you had tied it off.
Can I see where they may have gone?
Yeah, can I do investigation?
Yeah, actually do survival.
Survival.
Okay, nice. You do notice quite a bit of movement in the underbrush around where the animals have been left along the side of the road, and it seems to be a few tracks kind of leading off the side into the woods a little bit. And they seem to be smaller tracks. And as you're kind of searching around with your head down in the grass, you do hear a bit of scuttling off to the side. And you see a little chipmunk, actually, that's wandering around up in the branches of a tree, kind of just skittering from branch to branch, staring down at you guys. And as you are noticing this from behind you, you don't hear the sound of it, but all of a sudden you hear the voice of a weird, crotchety old man pipe up, and just say, "Oh yeah, oh, okay, right. He says it's goblins."
God damn it.
Those are goblin tracks. Wait, off that way.
Can we, track them?
So they keep going. Guess we gotta kill more goblins.
Guess we're gonna kill more goblins.
But this, you guys did head off without telling anybody where you were going. Or, well, I guess saying, like, we're gonna get the horses, and then you left. But they didn't come with.
Oh, no one can. Oh.
Well, I mean, the old man is with you, but...
Alright, then we'll, loop back to the main group and said, well, I guess we're killing some goblins again.
You're assuming that you've just gone back to the lodge and told everybody that?
Wait.
That we're all along.
Oh! Only me and Kogo went.
Well, I thought we all went because we're all going now.
Oh. I thought we were picking up along the way.
They were, yeah.
Oh, well, Koga kind of just said, "I'm gonna go get the horses," and then walked off. So I assumed that
Like
you
you said, then who's going what? I said.
But if you guys, if you want to plan it out as you guys are actually departing, then I can do that. I'm sorry.
I just left because I wanted to end the conversation.
I thought I followed them. I don't know what happened next.
Pavidakus came too?
No, he didn't say anything
No,
when
he
you asked.
stayed at the lodge.
Yeah, I was assuming he stayed because he didn't say anything.
He fell asleep at the
He
table
fell
again.
asleep again. He was bored by the conversation. So right now it is, I mean, for the sake of narrative, it's just you three and an old man.
Okay.
Alright, then we'll head back to the hunting lodge and I'll say what I said.
Okay. So you guys head back. Sorry, was that?
I was gonna say, can we glean anything off those tracks that we saw? Like they look like goblin tracks.
Yes, they look like goblin tracks. And I'll say with that roll, you can probably glean that there was at least a handful of them, probably less than 10, but more than 5. You can't tell much more than that. So probably a small goblin troop wandering around the woods.
Yeah, on the safe side, we should probably get more people. Because these goblins in this area are crack shots.
There's fucking legends with a bow. And then we'll go back and gather a copy of Nekis while looking him in the eye.
Well, looking him in the eye specifically.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys head back to the lodge quick. Takes you a little bit to walk there, but you make it. You relay the news to a waiting copy of Nekis, probably after waking him up, and the rest of the group. And for the sake of making this quick, we'll just say that you guys decided to head back out. Well, fuck. Awkward situation. We went back to the lodge and told them what you found. Let's start there.
God, straight up trapped in the bush.
Are you trapped in the bush?
I didn't realize there's only one way in and out of that bush. Oop, there he goes.
You taking a swim? Just nosedived right off the bridge.
Not controlling the way I want. There we go. All right.
What?
Oh, it looks like we didn't learn a lesson from last time. We're gonna kill more goblins.
What was the lesson?
That goblins are shit.
Wow, that explains
Never
everything.
been animals.
Fuck goblins.
Falcon turns to you and is like, I mean, I agree with you, but, why goblins all of a sudden?
Our
They
horses
took
are
our
gone.
things.
They took our
The
shit.
horses.
As they tend to do. You take your wagon, I suppose.
Yep, and Vincent and Archimedes and Notorious.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Poor bot. Well, curious situation. What do you value more, the life of your friend or the value of your cargo?
We gotta pay for the cargo, so I'm going with the cargo.
I mean, also the friend's horses there too. Hey, how does he feel coming back and his horse is dead on our watch?
Well, I suppose him coming back at all would depend on if you went to find him.
The guilt of his horse dying would be more on my conscience than him just dying.
How likely are goblins to kill horses?
Well, not likely. They're more likely to sell it or keep it.
For how long?
As long as they find that they need a horse.
What about Nox?
Oh, oxen are great for transporting stolen things.
I thought you were gonna say eat me. Thank you.
No. Unless they're starving, which I would presume that the goblins of this area are not, since they're so active along the roadways.
Well, I guess, and victim takes precedence here.
What? What takes precedence?
Does he? It's already been a day.
I mean, if he's not dead yet, he's not gonna be dying anytime soon.
Well, it's up to you, friends. I certainly want to get my horse back, but I also don't know if I could look Darius in the eye if I let his son die.
That sounds about right.
And not gonna look doorknob if his horse died. It's just a terrible cycle.
It's a terrible cycle.
Well, we'll cross that bridge if you get to look Door in the eye at all again, so.
Those sparkling, whatever color eyes.
Brown.
Those sparkling brown eyes.
Okay.
Okay, so what are you guys deciding?
We go to Thunderdome.
How far is that?
This is Falcon. About 2 days of travel down the same path you took to get to Loggers Camp.
Wait. Did we get the wagon at least?
No, the wagon. They cut off Vincent from the wagon.
No, you have to walk, fatty.
Hey man, I'm just trying to see if we have to pay for the wagon or not.
I
Well,
mean, may get stolen by the time we come back. Who knows?
shit's getting stolen all the time, you know?
I really don't
It
feel
is
like
what it
playing the
is.
go back though. I'm leaning more towards the wagon and the animals. That's me.
Well, you're an awful person, so that doesn't surprise me.
It's awful to care about our animals.
More than a person, kinda.
I mean, I can care about both.
Well, clearly you care about one more than the other, and it isn't skewed in the wrong direction, so...
I'm still like this. I know Vincent for at least 4 days. I knew Dora for 1.
Correct.
I am biased.
In the wrong way.
I'm saying I don't have to pay for Door if he's dead. I got
What
paid
to
for
pay
it.
for?
Yeah, man, we're all
What?
rent.
What's this?
Did something just explode?
Yeah. It's a bomb. Did Bean explode himself? Bean? Where's Bean?
You guys look around the room, you do not see Bean in there, but you do see Elroy and Seb kind of chuckling to themselves, and they both almost in unison say, "Ah, he's testing out his stuff again."
So he's cool?
I'm sure he's fine.
Okay, Kogan, your last vote. What we doing?
I'd rather do one thing at a time and get our stuff back. Chop off Tybor. And figure out the bug problem. Or the goblin problem.
What order though?
In what order?
Okay, well, how
We
about
get our
this?
stuff back. And then we need to, like, as I described it, stuff. Tribor. We're back to the town. And then we can figure out what next. Because with the money we could get, we could be better equipped to deal with both of those problems. Because frankly, I don't think we're ready for that.
Though. I don't know.
Well, looks like the vote is cast. Shit first.
Sildar, who has just been listening to you kind of squabble amongst each other, will respond with, "Oh, all right. So plans are changing, is what I seem to hear."
Well,
Unless
hopefully it
you
won't
want
take
to go get our
that
stuff back
long.
while we go. Can they do that? It's just
Falcon next to you is gonna say, "Okay, well, let's sort this out. I myself am determined to try and scout out these Ankegs and see if I can at least pinpoint their nest. Hopefully get to Door if he's still alive before he stops being alive. I'm going to go scouting. Whether you decide to come or not, I understand. There's priorities here. Sildar, perhaps then you would like to take up the front on this goblin business, since that was already in the agenda." And Sildar will say, "Yes, that works quite nice, actually. I was hoping to find Gundren, and the goblins have him, so perhaps we can work together on this. Perhaps we will scout. This is a pretty good lead, actually. Maybe we can return to the site of your stolen goods, and we can follow their trail into the forest. Hopefully, perhaps they will lead us to their den."
okay. It all works out then. Bring our goods back though. One thing's missing from inventory. It's our head. So,
I understand.
wait, the thing 132 going with you now. You got no squad.
We know we can change route.
Well, what
So-
could work is Sildar, if you want to scout first, scout the goblins first, and we can try and uncapture Door. Since I fear he may be eaten. And then we'll head back to this area and hopefully meet up with you. We can leave a signal somewhere and we can storm the goblins together.
I like your suggestion. So you say we will scout. I can have Flo take on that responsibility. She's quite good at scouting. Once she pinpoints the goblin's location, perhaps you'll be back by then, and then as a group we can storm the goblin's den. Am I hearing you correctly?
That sounds about right.
How does the rest of your party feel about this?
Cool.
To me.
Copy of Nakis.
Has fallen asleep again.
Well, he gets no say then. Guess we're good.
Alright. He'll kind of just shout, "Flo!" out towards the room, and she'll come sauntering back into the room and say, "Yes, you're on scouting duty for the Kragmaw tribe. From what I can gather, it seems that they are to the southwest a ways. They've stolen the group's wagon and supplies. If you happen to come across them, let me know as soon as possible. But don't engage. This is purely scouting." She'll respond with, Scouting. Okay, I understand. I will scout for goblins." And she turns and leaves.
Oh, damn it. I want to tell her to take the shot.
So, she's got business to attend to. Alright, and with that, you guys and Seb and Elroy are gonna come with you again for this. You guys can head out down the
Copy of
lobby.
Nick. Wake up. Hello?
His eyes are open, they're still staring at you.
Can you at least make some movement?
Oh,
He's gone.
He doesn't even say anything, he just leaves.
Well, I want to leave him. Okay.
You can't tell when he's woken up because his eyes stay open.
Yeah, he just kind of gets up.
Kitty? You coming, Kitty?
The cat just walks away.
Well, fuck you.
Alright, and that brings us to the map. As you guys head up, it's now about 11 a.m. It took you a little bit to get to the horse location, and then back, and then you talk things out. So it's about 11, coming up to noon. Are you pinging anything in particular?
I'm testing out my math motions.
Okay. And you guys head out for a pretty slow journey since you don't have any horses or wagons now. It will take you a little bit longer than usual. And to be honest, I think we're gonna leave it there for tonight. As you guys head out. If that's okay with everybody.
I demand 5 more hours.
I'd like to end these mini sessions at 11 p.m. sharp if we can.
Works for me.
Yeah, so we'll just end it now, and we'll see how Answerin makes his way back next time.
If he doesn't, he's still gonna be floating probably.
He's got to figure it out.
But if he's actually not here.
Yep.
He definitely looked at his phone and then just went back to sleep.
Definitely. I'm telling you.
He had Popeyes.
That's what happens when you eat Popeyes and you don't show up. You die.
You fucking die.
You fucking die.